So, as promised, I'm going to show you how to make the lead core helicopter rigs what I use on the Trent. So you've got more abrasion resistance on the rocks for a couple of foot above your feeder or your lead that you're going to be using. What I'm using is Nash 45 sand gravel lead core. It's around £4 a spool. I've also got ESP helicopter rigs. Got everything you need, as you can see here. Quick links, big eye swivels, the tubing, the beads. What I also do is I buy an extra packet of these quick links and I attach one to the small eye on the swivel. That's for putting my hook lengths on. I'll go through all that with you as I make the rig up. Also, splicing needle, very important. So I'll go through how we do this. The way I start is I like to put a loop at one end to attach my main line to. You can use a needle knot if you want to, but I found it a lot easier and a lot less time consuming just to put a small loop in the end and use the loop to loop method to attach my main line. The way you do this is you gently feed down the outer layer, the braid part of the core, to reveal around 3 inches or so of the lead itself from the core. I like to measure it up, so there we've got about 3 inches there, and all you do, you snap that off, snap the lead off and discard the lead. Run your finger in your thumb the full length of the leader, so you've got around 3 inches so at the end of your leader with no lead inside. It's completely hollow. Then what we do, take a splicing needle, open that up. Should really be using my glasses for this, but and then we feed the needle up inside the hollow part of your leader for about 1 inch or so and take it out. I just usually then dampen the end slightly, put the end in your needle and then close it up. And this part's important. I know a lot of people just pull and tug it through pretty rough and heavy handed, and that's when you can snap your splicing needle. All you need to do is just really gently just feed it up, nice and gentle like that, and then your needle will just pop off. And there you go, there's your loop at the end. What I like to do then is get a loop to a size that suits myself. Again, just gentle, nice and gently, because when you put pressure on it, all this tightens up against each other and then you can't alter your loop or anything. And that's the idea. When you're fishing, it does tighten up when you've got your feed on the end, the heavy lead, so it won't slip. So there we go, that'll do me about that size of loop. That's now nice and tight. What you can do, what I've never had to do, is put a little dab of glue on there, or something like hard as nails, to a bit of extra security, but it's something I've never had to do. Now we do exactly the same at the other end. Take about 3 inches or so of your lead out the middle. Again, snap that off and discard it. Now you need to make sure at the other end, because you've been moving the cord out of this end, that your lead core itself actually goes all the way up to where you did your first loop and spliced it. Again, run your fingers down and you'll have 3 inches or so at that end. Now what I like to do now is load my baiting needle, my splicing needle, sorry, with everything that's going on the helicopter rig in the order that I'll be putting it on. So, bit of rig tubing, then a bead. The beads, one side, the hole, is wider than the other. The wider side needs to go on first on your baiting needle. Then you swivel, another little bit of rig tubing, and then your final bead. Again, widest side on the needle first. Then what I do is just pop the tag end onto a splicing needle, close it up, oop, do that again, close the needle, and then slide everything on. Just take your time with it, no rush. Slide the rig tubing up. Then the swivel, your next bead, your second bit of rig tubing, and your final stop bead, and there you are. Everything's now on. Now it's the same process as before that you did at the other end to make the loop. Splicing needle in, feed up the hollow section again, about an inch or so, and out. Now what you need to do is take your quick link, just open this down a little bit, take your quick link, because this is going to be holding your lead or your feeder, pop that on, and it's the same as before. Under the tag, once you splice needle, close it and gently feed it back down. Nice and easy, there we go. Then what I'll do is tighten that up, trim off any excess that you've got at the end, and there you have it with your quick link at the end. Slide all this down, your rubber, your bead, then we have your swivel, your next bit of rig tubing or silicone rubber, and then your final bead. Strain it out, and there we are, all done.